All right, let's get right into it. Because just when you think you've got Taylor Swift all figured out, she goes and pulls back the curtain on a brand new, absolutely dazzling era. And you know her, she did it in the most unexpected way you can imagine. We are talking about the dawn of her Showgirl era and the surprise reveal of her 12th studio album.
I mean, seriously, what happened? It's the kind of question you don't even know you should be asking, but it's exactly what went down. This wasn't some planned magazine cover or a cryptic post on social media. Nope, this was a complete blindside, a wild collision of two massive, massive worlds.
And just like that, boom, it was here. In one single, totally out of the blue moment, we got a new look, a new sound, and a whole new story to unpack.
So, let's talk about this bombshell announcement. Because the way she revealed it was so much more than just a typical album drop, it was honestly a masterclass in how to grab the entire world's attention.
Okay, so picture this. The date is August 13th, 2025. You've got Swifties on one side, NFL fans on the other, just going about their day. And then suddenly, their worlds just smashed together in a way that nobody saw coming. It created this instant, unforgettable cultural moment.
So how did this all actually happen? Well, the setting for this grand announcement was maybe just as surprising as the news itself.
That's right. You heard me. She just walked right onto the set of the Kelce brothers' New Heights podcast. Can you even imagine? Right there, sitting with two NFL stars, she laid out the entire blueprint for her next chapter. She gave us the title, the themes, everything.
And here it is, The Life of a Showgirl. Wow, the title itself just says so much, doesn't it? It makes you think of glamour, of showbiz, of cabaret, but also maybe that exhaustion that comes with always living under a spotlight. It really feels like it's all about that tension between the public performance and the private person.
And get this is her 12th studio album, and she really made a point of emphasizing that number. She called the album a perfectly curated 12-song puzzle. No deluxe versions, no bonus tracks. Just a sharp, focused, complete story in exactly 12 parts.
Now, the track list she shared is, well, it's fascinating. We've got titles like The Fate of Ophelia, which is a huge nod to Shakespearean drama. Then there's Elizabeth Taylor, drawing this incredible parallel between two icons who completely master their own narratives. And it all wraps up with the title track itself, which is a duet with Sabrina Carpenter.
But of course, you know that with any new Taylor Swift era, the music is only half the story, right? The visual identity is just as crucial. So, what does the Showgirl era actually look like?
The whole entire vibe is just dripping in this Art Deco-inspired glamour. I want you to think of the Roaring '20s, but with this modern, super theatrical twist. It's all about that bold, lavish, almost cinematic style.
So let's break down the look, because there are a few key pieces. First off, a brand new, super dramatic hairstyle, a jet black bob with bangs that graze her eyebrows. The fashion? Oh, it's all about these extravagant, burlesque-inspired costumes just loaded with crystals and feathers. And the color palette is so specific. This fiery diesel orange is the core, with these cool accents of mint green.
Okay, but this is where it gets really, really deep. The main album cover is a direct homage to that famous 19th century painting of Ophelia. But here's the twist. Instead of being surrounded by flowers, Swift is surrounded by these scattered fragments. It's like she's reinterpreting that classic image of tragic beauty to explore her own themes of spectacle and vulnerability. It's brilliant. And you know, when you think about it, this isn't some sudden pivot for her. Swift has always understood the power of a spectacle, from her eras to her costumes to this very announcement. It really makes this new era feel less like a random experiment and more like the ultimate evolution of her natural, incredible showmanship.
So we've got the visuals, we've got the themes, but what about the sound? Well, the team she's put together to craft the music for a showgirl's life is something that should get longtime fans very excited.
She has reunited the absolute dream team. You've got pop titans Max Martin and Shellback co-producing the album with her, and this is the first time this iconic trio has worked together since 2017's Reputation. This is huge. It basically promises a return to that upbeat, melodic grandeur that gave us some of her biggest hits. You know, looking back, the clues were there all along for anyone paying super close attention. I mean, there was that infamous orange door that she exited through during an Herrera's tour show. There was the subtle shift in her social media posts to all these warm sunset colors. And there was even a very specific metallic green and orange cocktail seen in some promo images.
These weren't just random choices, you guys. Every single clue, from the colors to the cabaret references, was so carefully chosen to build this whole narrative. They all point directly to the heart of what this album is about, the incredibly complex reality of living a life on a stage.
All right, so the stage is set, the costumes are ready, and the music is on its way. What happens next? Well, here's how the rollout for this theatrical new era is all scheduled to unfold.
So it all kicked off with that shock announcement on August 13th. From there, the visuals and the whole aesthetic have completely taken over social media, building up all this anticipation for the main event, the worldwide album release on October 3rd, 2025.
And that really brings us to the final, lingering question, doesn't it? With an era that's so focused on performance and spectacle, are we about to meet a new character that Taylor has created, or, by fully embracing the artifice of being a showgirl, is she actually giving us the most honest, raw look yet at who she truly is? I guess that's the question we'll all be trying to answer.